We were just trying to get the install in. We weren't really good at the details of it. You can just go back and watch our games. Our track steps were all over the place. There was no consistency. We're just really trying to clean up our details of our work. And, our ball security wasn't bad last year, but there was still a lot of instances where the ball was loose. We just got lucky and didn't fumble it. We're trying to clean that up. Our track steps, the way we fit up on our pass protection, not so much. We were very successful in our pass protection last year, believe it or not, from our position. But the way it looks, the technique of it, the small things, just the details of it, we're really trying to get just finer in our work.
Rakeem said he's been watching film with offensive linemen and stuff. I mean, that's got to help with him just coming in at the start of camp last year.
Can't say enough about him right now. I don't think you ever heard me comment about his practice habits last year. He was very talented. He was very good. But he is, in his last 3 days, we haven't got today's results back yet, personal best and his highest percentage of yards of just effort. He was at 70% of his max, or the highest, 3 days in a row. And I would be surprised if he wasn't 4 days in a row today, which he's never had that. He's been the top guy in our room now 3 days in a row. And Deadwall and Chase won't want to see this when it gets put out there. But Rakeem's done that. And I hope today is day 4. I really do for him.
At what point did he kind of come clean about how bad his shoulder was bothering him?
After the season.
I
called him soft. Everything you can say as a coach, to motivate somebody. And then you find out he's got a torn labrum and a rotator cuff. And I went from 6'3" to about 4'10" in a day. I felt terrible. I love the kid. I spent a lot of time with him through the years, and he's tough young man.
How did the turnover count go today? Did you guys get the belt, or
We turned it over quite a few times today. So belt went back to Coach Chief and the defense.
Mostly picks? Or were there any fumbles in there?
No fumbles on my field. I don't think there were any fumbles on the other field. We got two split practices going right now, so our reps are incredible, which I tried to tell Coach Morris, that does give us twice the opportunities for turnovers, but he didn't want to listen to me as an assistant head coach, which means I give suggestions. He's head coach. He makes all decisions.
It's got to be intriguing to think about the possibilities of being able to plug 3-4 running backs in. How do you look at that?
I don't know how many coaches in the country, Power 5, have their top 3 backs returning. So I'm extremely blessed. And not that they're returning on the depth chart. All 3 played major important minutes last year. Unfortunately, 2 of them missed significant time because of injury.
Would you like to come in this media room more frequently?
I don't. There's some things about being a head coach I miss. I'll just leave it at that.
Assistant head coaches should be able to, come on in here.
That's
when we get to winning again, I'll be the first one in here.
when you look at you get a bird's eye view of the offensive line from last year and this year.
Yes.
What do you see differences in that?
Just our depth. I mean, I was a head coach for 15 years, and my brother was my offensive line coach, so I empathize with Coach Fry. I look at things from a little different perspective, probably. But when you're a coach, you can only motivate so much when there's no potential threat for a backup. And, I love my wife. There's probably great potential for somebody to take my spot. I'm on my best behavior all the time. The offensive line, there was really no way he could. Those guys were motivated. He's a very self-motivated human. But it's still, when you're the only one out there, it's just hard. And when you practice, how do you really practice if you're so terrified one of them's going to get hurt? You're almost practicing the whole time going, watch your step. Be careful. You can't get better at football that way. So now we've got 16 to 17 linemen out there, and we're still nervous. We don't want anybody to get injured. But we've got 8 or 9 going on one field and 8 or 9 going on another field. And I think it's going to really help us game 6 on when things just start happening in this league, that at least the guy that goes out there has played significant steps and reps and been graded under a high pressure back in August.
Jeff, you got to have a plan to rebuild in the SEC. What have you seen of what Chad and where y'all are in that process? 2
things, our D-line and O-line depth, and just our commitment to our culture, to really everybody buying in. And I know it's the most overused word in college football history right now. But this team really is bought in. We're extremely young, but the message Coach Morris is speaking, they're repeating and they're living it. And that's been the biggest difference. D-line, O-line, and obviously we recruited some really good skill kids we were very excited about. We're going to be leaning on them quick, and that's a little scary, but it's also a blessing.